you what is Internet of Things and overview of Internet of Things. Internet of Things connect real-world sensors, actuators to the internet, or Internet of Things is a network of devices which can sense, accumulate, and transfer data over the internet without human interventions. So this Internet of Things must have some characteristics. The first one is connectivity, where things in the Internet of Things should be connected to the infrastructure, and the connectivity is an important characters requirement for an Internet of Things infrastructures. Anyone, anywhere, anytime, connectivity should be guaranteed in the Internet of Things infrastructure. Without connection, nothing makes sense. I say that things are connected and they need connectivity. The second one is intelligence and identity. This is an artificial intelligence where the smart objects, the extraction of knowledge, what is to be inferenced from the generated data as very important. Sensors generate data. The data has to be interpreted properly. Each Internet of Things device has an unique identity. Remember, IP address. This identity helpful in tracking the equipment in times to query the status. The third one is scalability. The number of things or devices getting connected to the Internet of Things infrastructure is getting increased day by day. Hence, an Internet of Things setup shall be capable to handle the massive expansion. Also, the data generated shall be massive and it should be handled appropriately. The fourth one is dynamic and self-adapting or complexity. The Internet of Things device should be dynamically adapt itself to the changing context. Assume a camera meant for surveillance, it may have to work in different conditions as different light situations, morning, afternoon, night. The fifth one is architecture. Architecture cannot be homogeneous in nature. It should be hybrid, supporting different manufacturer product to be in the Internet of Things networks. The last not the least, safety. Having got all the things connected to the internet, the personal data, if sensitive, is under threat. Hence, securing the data is a major challenge. Not only data security, the equipment getting involved in Internet of Things network is huge. Hence, personal safety is also to be considered, privacy with protections. So, the definition of Internet of Things, the networking of smart objects, meaning huge number of devices intelligently communicating in the presence of Internet protocol that cannot be directly operated by human being but exist in a component in buildings, vehicle, or environments. Or the Internet of Things is a networking of smart objects in which smart objects have some constraints such as limited bandwidth, power, processing, accessibility for achieving interoperability among smart objects. Internet of Things is a framework of all things that have representation in the presence of Internet in such a way that the new applications and the service enable the interaction in the physical and the virtual world in the form of machine-to-machine communications in the cloud. The interaction of every object computing device through the Internet that enables the sending and receiving of useful data. So Internet of Things is where the sensors come together into the networks, the data And finally, the service is a system of interrelated computing devices, mechanical and digital machines, objects, animals, or people that are provided with unique identifier and the ability to transfer data over the network without requiring human to human or human to computer interactions. In Internet of Things, a thing is Internet of Things can be a person with a heart monitor implant, a farm animals with biochips transponder, an automobile that has built-in a sensor to alert the driver when tire pressure is low, or any other natural or man-made object that can be assigned an IP address and able to transfer data over a network. The Internet of Things four key technological enablers are radio frequency identifier technology used for tagging the things, the sensors technology used for sensing the things, the smart technology used for thinking the things, nanotechnology used for shrinking the things. Generally speaking, Internet of Things is just more than machine-to-machine communications, with technologies include wireless sensors network, sensor network, 2G, 3G, 4G, GSM, and all this with microcontroller and microprocessor extra. There are four main components of Internet of Things systems. The first one is the things itself or devices. The local network. This can be include gateway, which translates proprietary communication protocol to the internet or the global network, back-end service, enterprise data system or PC, and the mobile devices. There are of course two key aspects of Internet of Things: the devices themselves and the server-side architecture that supports them. In fact, there is often the third category as well. In many cases, there may be low-power gateways that perform aggregations, event processing, bridging, and etc. that may be located between the devices and the wider internet. There are three types of devices in Internet of Things. The smallest devices have embedded 8-bit system on chips controllers, or the small home routers and the derivative of these devices. Commonly these run cut down or embedded Linux platforms such as OpenWRT or dedicated embedded operating system, have very limited 32 bits Atheros and ARM chips. The most capable of Internet of Things platforms that are fully 32-bit or 64-bit computing platform systems such as Raspberry Pi. The BeagleBone may run full Linux operating system and other suitable operating systems such as Android. Internet of Things communication mechanisms. Communication between devices and the Internet or to gateway includes many different models. Direct Internet or Wi-Fi connectivity using TCP or UDP. This we will look at the protocol for this, and the other one is which can interconnected through the gateway or other hub devices like Bluetooth, low energy, near field communication, ZigBee, or other mesh radio network, SRFS point-to-point radio link, UART, or serial lines, SPI, or I2C wired bus. So the ability to connect a large number of heterogeneous Internet of Things elements should be high level, real-time awareness with low latency, ability to secure all traffic flows, programmability for application customizations, traffic monitoring and management at the device level, low-cost connectivity for a large number of devices. These are an overview of Internet of Things. Next, we will see the history of Internet of Things. Thank you.